A lot of thoughts come into my mind and a lot of bad memories come into my mind. I could not handle this situation. Please help me.
Today is also going to become past tomorrow, and you'll have the same kind of regret, you'll have the same kind of frustrations about today. A simple rule of thumb is whenever you feel that you are going down that rabbit hole of what happened in the past, identify it and then ask yourself a simple question: what can I do now? And the third thing, we have to identify before going down that rabbit hole. And fourth, we have to force our mind to do rational thinking by asking a simple question to ourselves: what can I do about it now?
Hi sir, I am Dr. Prashant here. As of now, I am unable to concentrate in study. Whenever I want to focus, a lot of thoughts come into my mind and a lot of bad memories come into my mind. I could not handle this situation. Please help me and other students who are going through the same situation.
Alright, so what Dr. Prashant has asked is again not a problem of only medical students, but of people in general. Being stuck in the past, thinking about things that happened in the past, and hoping that the things should have gone in some other way. This is a common problem. There are multiple aspects to this problem. The biggest aspect is, what happens is, people think about something that happened in the past. For example, say, I wish I had studied more and I could have gotten into a better medical college. Say this thought is bothering you. Or I wish I could have studied more and passed the first year exam. And then your mind starts building on the top of it. You will think that this should have happened, and then another thought comes that probably I could have also done this. And then in your own mind you start having a conversation with someone that he had said this, I should have responded with this. And before you know, your mind multiplies the problem by manyfold. What is the result of it? You start feeling bad, you start feeling sad, you start feeling angry. See, this is one of the important properties of your brain. Your brain is not really able to differentiate between the imaginations and the realities. Has it happened to you that in your own mind you are thinking that I could have responded in this way and that person would have said this, and before you realize you are angry? It's all in your imagination, but still you're feeling angry. So our emotions sometimes come in the same way, whether it is reality or whether it is your imagination. The problem with being stuck in the past and things that happened in the past is, you can think as much as you want about it, but you cannot change it. You cannot go in the past and change anything. That is why it remains an unresolvable issue. Because you cannot resolve it, it keeps lingering on, it keeps troubling you, and it stays there. Another important thing to keep in mind is, today, when you're thinking about these things, today will become past tomorrow. 2 months from today, you will think about this day and you will think, I wish I had used this day in a different way. So you have to remind yourself that today is also going to become past tomorrow, and you'll have the same kind of regret, you'll have the same kind of frustrations about today. A simple rule of thumb is, whenever you feel that you are going down that rabbit hole of what happened in the past, identify it and then ask yourself a simple question: what can I do now? The first part is identification, because if you don't identify, it's like a loop. As you keep getting entangled in that loop, it's difficult to come out. But in the first step or the second step, if you identify it, you can stop yourself and bring yourself to senses. The moment you start finding you're thinking about things that happened in the past, just do this and say, stop. I would not think about the past. What can I do what can I do about it now? Let me give you an example. Say a question is troubling you, a thought is troubling you, that 2 years back I did not start studying like everybody else. Today I am far behind everybody else. Now you can think a lot about it. That is one approach. Second approach is, the moment you start getting this thought, tell yourself, okay, that happened in the past. What can I do about it now? And when you force your mind to think about the answer to this question, your mind starts coming up with rational explanations. Probably your mind will say that, okay, we still have 1.5 years left. We still have 9 months left. We still have 1 year left. This is what can I do. This is how I can use this time. Force your mind to solve the problem. Force your mind to look for the solutions. And when you force your mind to do these things, you actually come up with the solutions. So this is something that we must do as a habit. Let me just summarize it. We cannot resolve things that happened in the past because, of course, they're in the past. Secondly, things that happened in the past appear to be much bigger than they were in your mind because your mind multiplies the problem. And the third thing, we have to identify before going down that rabbit hole. And fourth, we have to force our mind to do rational thinking by asking a simple question to ourselves: what can I do about it now? Use this approach, and also remember that this approach will fail at times. You listen to this video, you start doing it, 3 days later you are again back to square one. You are again doing the same mistake. You have to again remind yourself of how to handle this situation properly. Gradually what happens, if earlier you were spending 10 hours thinking about what happened in the past, slowly you start spending 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then a day comes when you are not at all troubled by your past, you are thinking about the future. These things happen over a period of time, but they do happen. All the best.